What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer. Taking a look again at Raidraptor. This time I'm going to go through 2 and 3 card combos. Now, once you get to the 2 card combos, there is a little bit of variation. And I'm going to show that right now, and then I'll show 1 3 card combo, because essentially once you've seen one, you've seen them all. So this, to keep things familiar, the whole point of this series is to simplify Raidraptors, right? This is like the main card of Raidraptors that are going to get your plays going. And I also wanted to showcase something I hadn't shown before, which is Bloom Vulture, which is really cool. So this card lets you bring things out. So you haven't normal summoned yet. And I don't think over the course of this entire combo I will. But of course this is going to send Mimicry. And then you can kind of work your way backwards again. This can start the rank up magic. Now the cool thing is that the trap card that's essentially an Omni Negate, or at least face up cards, is that it's searchable by Mimicry. This searches a Raidraptor card, not just a monster. Everything is everything in this deck. I've said that for so many years now, where everything searches the other thing. So it doesn't really matter what you have in your hand. So the whole idea here is, obviously, when this goes to the graveyard, excuse me, it's material now, I'll keep doing that. When this goes to the graveyard, as it has, I think it's Raidraptor XYZ material, as material, it basically comes out and brings another buddy out. The reason I go into Satellite Cannon, if you didn't watch the first video, is that I want to rank up. I like the rank up magic spell that requires you to just banish cards from the graveyard, because there's way less setup involved in that. And this allows you to do it. Now, you can't go into the higher ones. There's 2 higher ones that are technically like smaller, and you have to banish less cards, but unfortunately they're unaffected by cards, even your own. So this is the highest that you can go. I think you just have to banish 5, and by the end of this combo you definitely will have more than 5 dark monsters in your graveyard. You will go through a big portion of your deck for this combo. Okay, so let's keep going here. Y-Strix in search of the rank up magic force. Okay, now you can kind of go, I don't even know if I really needed to do this necessarily. It kind of feels like an extra step, but you know, you can search your Singing Lanius. I have not used Raider's Wing just quite yet. And then you can go into Rusty Bardige. This card is just really good. I do think it's worth playing Boots because of like how much advantage it gives you. Also, if you do open up Boots, you do have a couple cards that do count as Phantom Knights card, because you want to use it as like link material. But if you can't use it for link material for Rusty Bardige, you can also go into SP Little Knight. And that works out really well. It's a dark monster. So you're dark locked, which is great. Now you're going to be 1 card short, technically, over this combo, but the inboard is still really good. So this is a Omni Negate the trap, okay, and then also like by having 2, rank up magic spells, so you're going to use 1 during your turn. This is 3 times Cyframe Gear Gamma, which is insane. And then obviously you can, you know, pop your opponent's entire board. There's a lot of flexibility too. When this negates something and destroys it, it brings back a Dark XYZ monster, which of course can trigger Rusty Bardige. Now, you do get to pop all of your opponent's cards, but sometimes you don't want to trigger that too early. Like I said, you're 1 card extra here, and that's a bit unfortunate. And I'll showcase what you can do instead. But this is an Omni Negate, like I said. This is a board wipe, because it's going to turn into 1. This is 3 Cyframe Gear Gammas with a pop. So that's like a really good end board off of just 2 cards alone. Now, like I said, you can also do this combo if you don't feel like you need the trap, the Omni Negate, which I really think that you do. But if you wanted to go 1 step further and really wanted to use every single card in your hand, you're going to start out the same way. Now, in this case, just to showcase something a little bit different, you don't have to get Tribute Lanius. It's not the end of the world if that's not the card you have in your hand. Raider's Wing is also really good because it brings itself back, and this brings it out in the first place. So it's a really good combo between the 2 cards. It's full combo, obviously. Again, we're now into the 2 card combo variant. You know, being able to bring this out is so good because it's going to replace itself, and you can just do so much. I can get the Mimicry. Okay, so this is going to bring itself back. Special summon this some more. It searches a Dark Winged Beast monster. It's not a Raidraptor monster for the 4 Strix. Okay, so now I can obviously kind of start the same way. Now, again, instead of searching the trap, I have not normal summon, which is insane. I can now use this Shade Brigandine. So this is a shuffle back, of course. Everything else is the same, so you kind of just trade off that interruption, like I said. But it's really cool to be able to make Time Thief Redoer and like be able to like have the best effect always, because it is a really good effect. Like if your opponent has field spells, everything like that, and obviously just shuffling back monsters in general are just really, really powerful effect. Board wipe, 3 Cyframe Gear Gammas. Now, if there is a different 2 card combo where you actually can go a little bit further beyond. So this is with Quick Launch, yeah, which is really, really cool. Now, you can technically protect yourself from Nibiru if you open up Quick Launch very specifically. So go ahead and special summon, pop the card. Now, if you were to bring out a regular rocket, and not a tuner like I have here. You know, that means that you can go into Borreload Savage Dragon right now. That's your 4th summon, meaning that your plays are protected. Also just protected from hand traps. But this card special summons itself to a zone a Dark Link Monster points to. And I think that's really worth it because it's kind of like, it's low-key an extender in this deck, right? Because the Link Monsters have those 2, you know, pointing down arrows in the good spots. So that's why I do play this one. But like I said, if you are to protect yourself against Nibiru, if you don't have something like Crossout Designator, this is like the best way to do it in the entire deck. Well, let's say your opponent doesn't have Nibiru and they're maybe trying to save a hand trap. Well, that's fine because now, like, you do have the Borreload Savage Dragon to protect you. The Borreload Savage Dragon is the 5th summon when you do it this way. But now you can kind of go full combo, right? Tribute Lanius is combo by itself. So this is actually going to turn out to be a really cool end board off of 2 cards. That's why Quick Launch is just truly incredible. It's like so good in this deck. Being able to bring out Tracer is unbelievable. All it does is lock you into Darks, which is it's just crazy. It doesn't lock you into Dragons or anything like that. But now I can go ahead and, you know, search all these other cards. I can go into Requiem. You don't have to go into Time Thief Redoer, obviously. So this is an Omni Negate, Cypher Mirror Gamma, and then you have the board wipe, of course, when you go into the Rising Rebellion Dragon here. Or Falcon, I think it's Falcon. Okay, so now let's jump into the 3-card combo. So it doesn't really matter the cards that you see. Like if you see 3 Raidraptor names that can special summon themselves, like this is how it works. I don't think I normal summon until the end, which is, I guess why Bloom Vulture's so good. When I first read that card, I kind of wasn't too into it, but yeah, it's actually kind of nuts. If you can go into Y-Strix early without being able to use this effect, like, I mean, it's pretty much just, that's how you win the game. Or have the best combo available. But your end boards are so good, like most of the time it's enough. It's so many interruptions. Dark Requiem is just really, really good. Okay, so now I can go into the Requiem. I can search the other rank up magic spell. This is, of course, the best thing that you can do. So it's literally everything. Just by having 3. Now, it is a 3-card combo, so they're less likely. So that's why I don't really emphasize it too much, right? You're not going to always have this kind of availability, but this is as far as the deck can go. So this is, you know, the Requiem. This is going to turn into, you know, destroy everything. This has a shuffle back because you search Shade Brigandine. And then you also have the card that is an Omni Negate, the Raidraptor Glorious Bright. What a weird name. But it doesn't get much better than that. You're going to win almost every time if you get to this end board, just because of how versatile it is and what you can do with the cards. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Other than that's going to do it for today's video, and I will see you guys next time.